Hello, my name is Eric and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be featuring AOK from Stevie D. I got to meet him through my comic book circle from Nate's stream, and he was kind enough to send me a few of his drawings. I forget which biblical figure it was, but one of the things I like about it is the coloring and the interesting patterns and textures to it. Here we have a witch where it says, I won the Miss Congeniality Award from the Cool Transylvanian Beauty Contest. A beautiful witch. And there's one he specifically did for me after I made a request of wanting a robot sketch from him. Hello, I am the CB3000. I can store, bag, bore, sort, index, clean, press, lift heavy, long boxes. You call me Tin Nerdy, TN for short. For the comic book collector that would like a companion, from Indiana Robotics Inc. I really love the angles on these things. It really reminds me of those old, kind of Lost in Space type robots. It's an old TV series that was featured in the 60s. And here's a ferret. From those who watch Rocky and Bullwinkle, there was a cartoon another character in it called Dudley Do-Right, and he had a villain named Snidely Whiplash, and it was one of my favorite of like the mustache twirling villains. Really loving the colors and dazzling display of the right here. And he sent me a few comics. We got Khazar the Savage, number 10. And Dina Voltaire, number 1. From the Sandman universe, it is The Dreaming, issue number 2. Destiny of X, number 22, featuring a bunch of X villains, like my boy MODOK being pretty big on the corner here. Namor, number 2 and 3. This has been a pretty good run. It's by the Jason Aaron. It really features Namor at his lowest, and he is being forced by the government, and he even teams up with Stingray from the West Coast Avengers. Basically, there are factional conflicts in Atlantis, and it's up to him to try and quell things down so they don't go crazy and have the war spill out onto the surface world. It was a really good story. Atuma and various original and then various newer characters created specifically for this run was also used, and excuse me, yeah. But yeah, thanks, Steve. We're gonna be starting with Johnny of Johnny's Comics. He gave me a little post-it note saying, Indiana Very's own Eric, the Himbo Hustler. Something I go by on Nate Hall Yaz stream. He gave me Madhouse Annual number 6 of the Archie Giant series. I've never seen this before. It seems to be kind of like a bit of a play on like Mad Magazine and like the variety shows of the era of the 60s. We got like a hippie chasing after an ice cream truck, a little paper airplane that people are boarding, and a giant hand actually holding it. It's a bonkers series I've never heard of until now, so it'll be fun to check out. Next up is a series I do know, but I never got to read because it is pretty intense. Akira. It is by Kishiro Otomo, and it's volume 1 of a 6-issue series, or 6 volumes, and it's pretty cool. I never realized it was. I'm not sure if it was a manga first or adapted into a manga, but either way, I look forward to checking it out. The art is really beautiful. It's one of the troubles I have with art in general is when it's clunky or overwhelming, because I have ADHD, so I can easily get overstimulated and people have trouble just taking it all in. But everything's so clean and crisp. It's like there's so much going on, but it's done in a way that's just very clear, that where you can see the clarity of what's going on, where it's no issue. Like even this, like motorcyclists being chased by police cars. I've seen other people try to pick a similar scene, and it's just overwhelming. We can't make heads or toes of things. And this one, even though it's just black and white, everything is pretty clear cut. I mean, you can tell the pedestrians, the buildings, the vehicles. It's amazing. And there's still, I'm looking. Even there's like pedestrians. You can even see their expressions as the motorcycle is passing by. I look forward to checking that out. Thanks. Next up is from the Titan of Ohio, Big Nasty Rich. He was kind enough to give me these Star Trek comics. He knows I'm a big Trekkie. We got the annual Star Trek number 1, but from 1985 by Mike Barr. So it's going to be one of the first early Avengers of the TOS series, as you can tell by that they're wearing turtlenecks instead of the black trim collars. And this is my first ever Whitman Star Trek issue, and it's pretty wild. It's got like a Spock and Kirk fighting a giant crystal lizard, and Spock's actually using some kind of gem to fight it off too. It's really wild, but I love it because this painted cover gives it a like movie poster style quality to it. Then I've also been a big fan of the Star Trek movies, so we got The Search for Spock adapted edition. I look forward to checking that out because one of the fun parts of this movie was to seeing them hijack the Enterprise from space dock and to seeing Bones doing his little shtick as Spock. We got The Voyage Home, my personal favorite movie. A lot of great lines. My personal favorite is Double Dumbass when Kirk almost gets run over by a cabbie from the 1980s. Now I have to rewatch this. The Final Frontier. It's when I first watched it, I wasn't a fan of it, but I've listened to so many podcasts and other people talk about its positives, and I'll give it another shot. See if I can just kind of see if my opinion changes at all. Because to be fair, I was also pretty young. I wasn't really, um, I guess, really open to the messages and themes I was going for. I think one of the problems I had with it though, it's just some of the slapstick of it, humor of it, kind of didn't work for me, and it was kind of um, um, uh, didn't really work for the characters. Really, if anything, kind of punched down on them. And but there was a scene in there that Bones plays where he has to euthanize his own father, and it's really strongly well acted. It's top notch acting from D. Forrest Kelly. Check it out, just for that scene alone. But that's all I got. Thank you for checking me out or checking the video out. Live long and prosper. This has been a Himbo production. Thank you for watching. Good day.